just say that this president is more than arrogant. This president has defied everybody and everything. As a matter of fact, he has no respect for Congress, and he's going to fight tooth and nail to keep us from going forward with any further investigations. And one thing that the Democrats have to understand, he's not going to give an inch. As a matter of fact, he's defied us on his tax returns. He's defying us as we seek documents from various levels of government. He's even gone to a lawsuit against Mr. Cummings and his committee. And so one of the things that the Democrats have got to understand is we're in a fight. We're in a fight with a president that has no respect for the Congress of the United States of America.
Well, what are you going to do about it? I mean, I'm not being sarcastic because the Speaker Pelosi says, I know that impeachment is the one weapon that the legislative branch, the U.S. Congress, has to use against the president. I think it's the one weapon. Otherwise, you've got to rely on him going along with you, or the courts, the 5-4 Republican Supreme Court, to back you up and not him.
Well, we're going to keep going, and we're going to issue the subpoenas. And in issuing those subpoenas, we're going to have to fight in the courts. And so we're up against him. It is a fight. But don't forget, you know better than anybody else that the Constitution of the United States of America places the responsibility on Congress to determine when a president is unfit for office. And in the final analysis, that's where the responsibility lies. It lies with us, and impeachment is the tool by which the Constitution has given us to make that decision and to protect the American people.
Well, earlier today, you tweeted, Mueller kicked the impeachment ball to the Congress. The Constitution gives the responsibility to Congress to impeach an unfit president. High crimes and misdemeanors. What more do we need? I guess I'm asking you the dynamic question, because as this goes on, and this president and his Treasury Secretary and the rest of this bunch simply thumb their nose at Congress and say, forget your subpoenas, go to hell, basically, is what they're saying all the time. At what point does it change, and people like Pelosi and Steny Hoyer, the majority leader of the Democrats, when do they say, this guy is really acting like he's king, and we got to impeach him?
Well, you know, I don't know when they will come to that conclusion. This is what I know. I know that as leaders, they have the responsibility to try and hold our caucus together and to try and do and lead in the best way that they think will help us to be successful. And so they're going to try and do everything that they can. If they believe that now is not the time for impeachment, they'll keep trying and they'll go down that road. The American people, in the final analysis, is going to push on the Congress to do the impeachment. My calls are overwhelming in my office about impeachment. I have so many calls, 90% of all the calls that I'm getting. People see me on the street and they're talking about impeachment. When are you going to impeach? And so I think as the level of interest and the level of, not putting up with this president any longer comes to the forefront and lays on and leans on and pressures the Congress of the United States, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to impeach. I just wish it was sooner than later.
You know what I think about when I'm listening to you, Congresswoman? I'm so impressed because I have such a political memory like you do. Back in 1972, when Willie Brown saw that the delegation from California, which is supposed to be a unit rule and all go together, Humphrey goes in there and tries to take it away, and he yells out, "Give me back my delegation." I just think you're like that. You're like
that.
That's right. Because people change these rules. They get in there and they get some power, and all of a sudden the rules you're playing by, they're not obeying anymore, and they think they can change them so they get away with anything. Anyway, thank you so much, Congresswoman.
Well, you're so welcome, and thank you. Let's keep going. And don't forget, I'd love to see a town hall on impeachment.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.